What I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab.
And it's exciting. You know, Terence is frequently strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you.
What if Floyd Mayweather and Terence "Bud" Crawford stepped into the same ring, prime versus prime? One man with a perfect 50-0 record, the other destroying everyone in his path. The fight the world never saw, but everyone wants to see. Let's find out who truly rules boxing. Few matchups in boxing history create as much excitement and debate as a dream fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence "Bud" Crawford. Both men are legends of their time. Fans, experts, and fighters often argue about who would win if these two ever met in the ring. This debate isn't just about skill, it's about legacy. Mayweather's flawless defense and perfection versus Crawford's killer instinct and complete all-round style.
Definitely one of the greatest. He's done shit that Floyd Mayweather ain't done.
Like what?
Like what?
The audience that don't know.
He is
Two-time
a two-time undisputed champion. Floyd wasn't a one-time undisputed champion. So he has all the belts in one division and then moved up and got all the belts in another division. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of boxing.
Yes, and he beat the man.
And he beat the man. Let's give Terence Crawford his flowers because everything he said he was going to do,
he done it.
He did it.
Floyd Mayweather retired undefeated with a record of 50 wins and 0 losses, one of the greatest achievements in sports history. He defeated champions across 5 different weight divisions, proving his genius in every fight. Floyd could outthink power punchers and outsmart the smartest boxers. His defense, timing, and ring IQ made him nearly untouchable.
Floyd Mayweather stopped Conor McGregor in the 10th round to improve to 50-0 in what he says will be his final fight. I actually believe him this time, Max. What's his legacy?
Well, he's one of the great pure boxers who ever lived. He is never cheated himself. He always was in condition. He had no off nights. That's why he won every fight. It's one of the reasons. Not because he's one of the best to ever do it, and because he was always prepared over a very long amateur and pro career. Amazing. Another reason is he carefully selected opponents, knew when and where and when and who to fight, and basically changed the paradigm in boxing. I'll translate. He flipped the script. I mean, really, boxing is basically, and this is just the way it is, and I'm a huge boxing fan, and I make no apologies about it, but it is fans and networks essentially exploiting fighters. That's how it works. We want to, and we demand a level of dedication and risk-taking with your health that's insane, right? Like, someone's getting their head beaten every which way, and if you quit, you don't have heart. You can't be a great fighter, which is true, by the way. It's a blood sport. And Floyd, and usually fighters wind up broke and punch drunk. And Floyd Mayweather flipped the script. He said, no, I'm not going to let the game play me. I'm going to play the game.
Terence Crawford, on the other hand, has quietly built one of the most complete careers in modern boxing. He became an undisputed champion in multiple weight classes, showing his ability to handle every style. His switch hitting, explosive power, and elite fight IQ make him a nightmare for anyone. At welterweight, his dominance is unmatched. Today, many say the only man still above him in legacy talk is Mayweather himself.
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game, and if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the
Oscar de la Hoya, who once fought Mayweather, believes Floyd still stands above Crawford. He says Mayweather's perfect record and technical mastery make him untouchable in any comparison. Many old-school boxing legends agree with him. But Canelo Álvarez, who also faced Mayweather in 2013 and recently watched Crawford up close, thinks otherwise. Canelo shocked fans by saying Crawford is way better than Floyd, praising his intelligence, skill, and recent performances. Coming from someone who's fought both men, his opinion means a lot.
I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather's a better fighter.
You faced Mayweather, you were 23 years old, I believe?
23.
And
Just
again,
turned 23.
Yeah, you just turned 23. You didn't have a lot of seasoning. I know people say, oh, he had a lot of fights. Well, you didn't have an amateur career. You started boxing at 15 as a pro, right?
Yeah.
So you gave up the weight concession. You gave up the rehydration clause. And I always thought if you would have faced him, with some more seasoning, it would have gone differently.
He deserved the position in that moment because, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best fighters in the boxing history, and he deserved the position in that moment. I try to make history, and I try to put myself in the very top in that moment. But for some reason, doesn't happen, right? And yeah, like you say, if I had that fight with Miguel Angel Cotto first and all these kind of fights, and then fight Mayweather, maybe go in the different way. But we never gonna know. And I learned what from that fight, and like I say, things happen for a reason.
Shane Mosley, another respected veteran who went 12 rounds with Mayweather, also leans toward Crawford in this fantasy matchup. He believes Crawford's all-around skill set makes him more dangerous and unpredictable. Mosley admits Mayweather was brilliant, but Crawford brings angles, power, and aggression Floyd never had to face in his era.
Do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Still, Mosley has made it clear that Mayweather is no easy opponent. He's one of the toughest puzzles in boxing. Mosley often says Floyd's defensive skills, patience, and discipline separate him from everyone else. Even when opponents find a moment of success, Floyd always finds a way to adapt and take back control.
About his power. When you attack Floyd, he has a way of making you run into it and you feel the power, like a collision. But when you kind of box away from him, yes, he has power, but not like he does when you're trying to attack him. He's not weak, he's strong. Like I say, he trains hard and he does all the things you're supposed to do as a fighter or as a champion to be the best.
Mosley knows this better than anyone. When they fought in 2010, he rocked Floyd badly in the second round. But right after that, Mayweather adjusted instantly and shut him down completely. Mosley admits that moment showed Floyd's greatness. He respects Crawford's power, switch hitting, and creativity, but deep down, he knows Floyd could still find a way to neutralize those weapons.
Everybody talk about Shane Cardi, but what was the issue? Shane started hesitating. Why did Shane hesitate? Because he took the best shot and he stood there, held on tight. And on top of that, made Shane feel his strength, and came back out like nothing happened the previous round.
Right.
But still stone cold.
Right.
And then Shane ends up being the one hesitating, waiting, and the fight get away from him.
I'm saying Shane hit me with a hell of a shot.
Okay.
Actually, 2 shots.
Okay. But even in that particular round, what I said to Shane was this. I was like,
you said something to him when you grabbed him.
I said, you gotta kill me.
Oh shit. I wasn't ready, bro.
I said that was a good one. And I said that was a good one, but you gotta kill me.
Wow.
I said, you gotta kill me. And then I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I meant it.
Andre Ward, Crawford's close friend and former world champion, strongly supports Bud in this debate. Ward believes Crawford's adaptability, skill, and dominance over elite opponents prove he belongs in the same conversation as Mayweather.
Who's the most skilled fighter today?
Bud is definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots.
Boots is
Jerron,
my favorite.
It's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on is Bud. Because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing. About basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he wanna do. So, skillful, yes. But this and this, it's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. There's a lot of guys that talk it. But until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying a guy, you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you have. You don't even really know what you have.
Ward even calls Crawford the GOAT, greatest of all time, of this generation. He's not just defending a friend, he truly believes Crawford's resume, power, and ability to adjust make him special. After Crawford destroyed Errol Spence Jr., Ward said clearly that Bud has earned the right to be called the best fighter of this era.
Andre, we just seen Terence Crawford, greatness, and beat Canelo Álvarez tonight. What was your thoughts on that performance from Terence?
Terence Crawford is great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. The stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. He had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Álvarez tonight. And he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great night for boxing.
Yeah. How special a fighter is someone like Terence Crawford? There was no signs of a size disadvantage there. How special?
You can see it in spots, but it wasn't significant. And I didn't think it was going to be significant. And people call me crazy, but I've been around Terence. He's strong. He's got a wrestling background. And people don't realize that he's been boiling himself down all these years and still being successful, not having to do that. His condition seemed impeccable, and his strength was there. The power was there enough to get respect from Canelo. So, what more can I say?
What would you like to see him do next? Do you think there's another fight after this?
I'd like to see him be done. What are we boxing for at this point? What else is there to do? There's always going to be a YouTuber or a reporter or somebody conjuring up another challenge. We box to get ourselves in a better financial position, to build a name and a legacy. Those boxes are checked. What else are we doing?
Yeah, brilliant.
Why are we still in the game?
Yeah, I get it. Andre, always good to talk to you. Appreciate it.
Even Mayweather himself has spoken about Crawford. He's shown respect for Bud's big wins, especially his destruction of Errol Spence Jr., but Floyd also reminds everyone of his own legacy. He often says he's the standard every fighter should be measured against. That balance of respect and rivalry keeps the debate alive. Floyd is proud of his era, but he knows the new generation is catching up fast.
I didn't want them to fight. I really like both of those guys. Yeah. A lot. Like, I had a chance to hang around Earl. Had a chance to hang around Terence. And both guys, class act. It would look like I'm leaning towards one guy because I boxed one guy before.
It was beautiful to watch, but also tough to watch to see what happened to Errol. Obviously, we don't wish that on,
Nobody.
The
best man won. If I was training him or I was in his corner, I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
That's just my honest opinion.
Roy Jones Jr., one of boxing's all-time greats, has also praised Crawford as the current pound-for-pound king. He says Bud has been dominating for years and deserves the top spot. Roy has even said that while Mayweather is one of the greatest ever, some fighters, like Crawford, might give him serious trouble because of their power and creativity. Roy believes Crawford has what it takes to beat bigger, stronger fighters, and that includes someone like Mayweather.
Gotta rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10, because he definitely has the skill of a top 5, just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in the weight class look like nobody. That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Hoya are going back and forth tussling for pound for pound, that maybe a no way because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Hoya also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donaire. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.